I'm Meghan McKeown for the Big Ten Network. During the offseason, the Big Ten just got a lot better. Not only did the old school Big Ten teams add a ton of talent from the transfer portal and through incoming freshmen, the league added 4 traditionally elite women's basketball programs in USC, UCLA, Oregon, and Washington. The Big Ten is coming off a record year in terms of attendance numbers, TV viewership, just flat out talent. And now when you add those 4 teams from the West Coast, 9 total Big Ten teams went to the NCAA tournament last season. That's half the conference. When you factor in the stars that are already in the Big Ten, plus the ones that are coming into the league, plus the coaching, you could easily win an argument that the Big Ten is the best conference in women's basketball in the country. Now let's talk about the new kids on the block. Washington started out its season 11-0 last year, even got as high as 23rd in the AP poll back in December. The Huskies had 4 wins over AP-ranked opponents, and they were a 2 seed in the inaugural WBIT. A famous alum is Kelsey Plum, who set the all-time scoring record in women's basketball when she was at Washington, which was, of course, broken last season by Caitlin Clark. USC is coming off one of its best seasons in school history, ranking as high as 3rd in the AP poll. That also includes a number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament and a trip to the Elite Eight. The Trojans feature one of the biggest names in women's basketball right now, Juju Watkins, who last season set the all-time national record for scoring by a freshman with 920 points. That includes dropping 51 at Stanford. Famous USC alums include Cheryl Miller and Lisa Leslie. The Bruins come into this season as a potential top 5 team in the country after making a run to the Sweet 16 last season. UCLA returns more than half of its starting 5, including Kiki Rice, who is one of the premier guards in women's basketball. And don't forget about Lauren Betts, who could prove to be one of, if not the best post player in the nation next season. A famous UCLA alum is the legendary Ann Myers-Drysdale. In recent memory, Oregon has been a consistent NCAA tournament team with a trip to the Final Four just back in 2019. Head coach Kelly Graves is one of the legendary women's basketball coaches with more than 600 career wins and an NCAA tournament appearance at every single stop he's been at in his career. Famous Oregon alums include Sabrina Ionescu, Satu Sabali, and Ruthie Hebert. Also, the Oregon Duck comes in as a strong contender for best mascot in the Big Ten. Make no mistake, the Big Ten is now the premier conference in all of women's basketball.